Hello guys, and welcome back. So in the last videos we created a method to create the game and then also a method to join the game. Okay, now in this video let's create the method to search for players, which will incorporate these two methods and return the required if it has to create or it has to join. Okay, so this method is going to be a future, or let's say this is a comment search for players. So this method is going to be a future. We can call it as the same description what we are calling it, search for players, or let's search for player. And then now in this method let's get a required argument, which is a user model, and then let's take a required function. The function that we are calling here is on success. Let's also get another required function which will return a string on fail. Okay, there. So this method will also be asynchronous. So inside here let's wrap it with a try catch block. On Firebase exception catch E. So here on fail we're just going to say on fail, and then we'll return the e dot to string. Great. So here on fail we can also call the is loading to false. Then we can notify the changes. Okay, and then now here let's do what we're supposed to do here. So first we have to get all available games if there are games inside the available games collection. Okay, so let's say get all available games. So this one is going to be await Firebase Firestore dot collection, and then we're going to say constants dot available games dot get. So now here let's say final available games will be equals to that. Okay, and then down here now check if there are any available games. Okay, this we've just gotten this collection, and then let's check if it's empty, if there's something there. Okay, so let's say check if there are any available games. Okay, like that. And then so to check that we're just gonna say if available games dot docs dot is not empty, which means we have games. Okay, and then in the else we don't have any available games. Okay, so here we do not have any available games. So here we need to create a game. Okay, so first let's do this later. Let's check if it is empty inside here. Let's see what we do. So if it is empty, again we need to check. We need to get all the games which says is playing is false. Remember, when we are joining a game we are setting the is playing variable to true. Okay, So let's get all the games there and then put them in the list, and only get the ones which says is playing is false. Okay, so to do that, so first we're going to create a final list of document snapshot like that. Then document snapshot, then we're going to get the games. So this will be equal to our available games dot docs, and then here we're going to check where this element is going to equal to our element, which is at the field called constants dot is playing, where this is playing is equal to false. Then we're going to get that and put them to the list. So we're going to say dot to list. Let's minimize that. Dot to list like that, and then close it. So this, it has to be false like that. Okay, so here we are getting, if this available game is not empty, we are going to get all these games which is there, but only the ones which has got the is playing is equals to false, and then put them to this document list. Okay, document snapshot of games. Okay, so now after we get these games, we check again if there is no games. Okay, we're going to get all of these. Let me just go slowly here. We're going to get all of these which has got the field of is playing to false, and put them to the list of document snapshot. Okay, and then again we have to check if this list that we are making, if it is empty or not, because we might find that there is nothing which is equal to false. Maybe all of them are true. Okay, so again we are going to check if there are no games. Okay, so now we are going to say, so here we can say check if there are no games equal to false. No games where is playing is equal to false. Okay, let's put it like that so that it's clear. So here we're going to check if games the list, this list. Okay, or maybe we can say games list so that it's very clear. Games list dot is empty. Okay, so if it is empty, again we need to create a game here. Create a new game. So even if we have checked these, if there's nothing which is equals to false, we need to create a new game. In the else, we need to join a game. Okay, so now here we have already created this method. So let's say create new game in Firestore, and everything here we have. Okay, so let's just put a comma here, and then close it out like that. So everything here we are passing. Okay, so we can call here on success, we can either pass it or we can just call it direct here. Okay, so let's just call it on success here. Let's stop the loading and notify the changes. Okay, and then we call on success on top. Even better, I think on success, let's just call it. So let's close this. Would rather just call on success that like that. Maybe on fail, that's when we can anyway, it's fine. Let's just call these methods here will act when it goes to this side. Okay, and then here, so we have done this method to create the game. Here we need to join the game. Okay, so let's close this out and then let's put a comma to format it. So this game is going to be between these games, because here I've seen we are checking if it is empty. Now it's not empty, that's when we are here. It is this game list, but what we want, this is a list, we only want to get one game. So we are going to say, instead of this game, we're going to say games list dot first. Okay, only the first one that we found, because this is a list. Okay, so we are going to pass it like that, and then let's save. So now even here we need to create, we're just going to call this again, copy and paste, and then that's it, because on success we are going to create. And then now we also need to check another boolean. If we are creating a game like here, inside here, we need to put a boolean that we have created the game and we are searching for players. Okay, and then here we need to put a boolean that we are joining. Okay, so let's create that boolean on top, because that boolean is the one that we will use to write the message here. Okay, if we click here, we should tell the user what's going on, if it's searching for players or if it's joining a game. Okay, so that message we will know from here. If we're in here, we should say searching for players. If we're in here, we should say joining a game. Okay, so let's see how we're going to show that message. First, let's think about this. So let's create a string up here. It's too far. Let's just come and create it close by here. So here let's create another string, which is going to equal to, this string is going to be what can we name it? We can name it waiting text. So waiting text, like that, waiting text. This string, let's equal it to empty, and then let's also create the getter, string get waiting text. So this will return the this waiting text. Let's put it like that, the return statement. So now here, once we start creating a game here, we can set the waiting text can be equal to searching for players. Okay, searching for player, please wait. Okay, we can set it like this, and then we can notify the changes. Okay, and then we will do the same. Let's copy it. If we are creating here, we can do the same, and then here if we are joining, we can say joining game. Okay, joining game, please wait. We can put this. Okay, great. So later on, after on success, we need to change this. Okay, so let's put the setter here. Let's say set waiting text, and then let's have just like that. It's going to be empty, and then let's say waiting text is going to be equal to the empty string, just to return it back and then notify the changes. Okay, we're going to return it back to empty. All right, so that's it. And then now we just need to run this search for players method. Okay, hopefully everything is fine here. So let's go to game startup screen, and then let's call our method here. It's game provider dot search players. Okay, so the user model, I believe we already have it here. Okay, even if we don't, let's call it up here. Let's say final user model will be equal to context dot read authentication provider dot user model. So now here we are calling this user model with a now check, and then on success, what I'm going to do is a game provider dot set is loading to false. We are going to stop the loading, and then on fail we bring back the error message, and then we're going to show snack bar e dot to string. It's actually already a string. We are just going to say error here, and then what's the problem here? Let's close that, and then also let's set the is loading to false. Okay, so here, after this is done, especially on success here, we need to navigate to game screen. Okay, so for now let's just print, say going to game screen. Okay, so actually we are making a mistake here. Okay, so this navigation will depend on what is coming here. So if on success is called from create game, we don't have to navigate. Okay, so here we have to check. Okay, so if on success is called, we need to check the we can't navigate immediately. We need to check the game provider dot waiting text. Okay, so if this one is equal to this waiting text. Okay, so maybe we need to create constants for this. Okay, so let's go inside the constant here so that we don't make mistakes. Let's copy this, paste this. Is creating, let's say searching player text. Yeah, we can name it like that. And then the other one, we can name it as the joining game text. Okay, so let's come back here and then let's copy this. You can paste that here. Searching for player text. Searching for player. Then we say please wait. And then the other one is joining. Great. So now we go back. Here we can just go constants dot searching player text, constants dot joining game text. So let's copy this and paste it here. Then now here we're just going to check if this is equals to constant dot searching player text searching player text. Only now we navigate. So let's cut this. Let's cut this and then say if we paste inside. So if this is equals to this, we don't navigate. I mean, inside here we stay in this screen and wait. Okay, the else in the else, what's happening in the else, we actually don't need to navigate here. Also we wait for in the else. That's where now we can think about because we have joined the game, we can navigate now going to the game screen. Okay, so let's print this as well, and then here we say wait in this screen. Okay, so hopefully we haven't made any big mistakes, because we have been coding for a long time and then we haven't tested any of these. So I'm just gonna open up this console and then let's run the application and test it. Let's run it. So maybe let's go with some logs. While it's loading, let's go inside the game provider, and then in our method of searching for players, in this method of creating a game, we can also put some logs here so that we can see how it's going. But anyway, it's fine, it has started. Let's try to create a game. So I'm gonna click here, then I will click 5 minutes. Then let's click on OK. One other thing, while it's creating, let's put a loading dialog here. Okay, so where is that? Play game, it's here. So here let's check game provider. So this game provider is coming from where we need to watch. So let's see. Okay, it's coming from the consumer, so we are watching. So if game provider dot is loading, we want to show a cycle progress indicator, else we want to show this button. Okay, so let's do const here. Okay, let's hot restart. The application has started. Let's go to play versus player. Let's click it, and then now it's time to see what's going on here. Let's click OK. It is loading. So waiting on this screen. Great. So we have reached up to here. Now we also need to display this text down here. Okay, so let's go in our database. Where is our, let's go in the database. Let's minimize and then let's refresh this. So we have created available games. This is our ID, and then this is the game time, the time the game was created, the creator image, this is the creator name, this is the ID of the creator, this is the game ID, is playing is false, and that person's data is not there. So white time is here and black time is great. So we have created now properly up to here. Now we are in is waiting, which is good. The next time now we need to join this game from another phone. Okay, so the other thing is, let's put the waiting text here and try it again. So let's come down up here after, where is that button? This button. Okay, so this, after this button here, we need something else. We need that text. So, and also the text, we only need to show it if it's versus human. Okay, not versus computer. So let's get this. Then down here we want, if it is a versus computer, we are going to show a constant of sized box. We'll say dot shrink. So let's also put size box here, and then in the else we want to show the text. So let's put it, I can just copy this text widget and paste it here. So this text now is going to be the text that is coming from here. Why is that? This is waiting. So let's copy this and then put it here. But also this text, we don't want to show it if it's empty. Okay, actually, yeah, it's fine like this. We can just put it like this, then it will know. If it is empty, it won't show anything. Okay, so let's go on ahead and we can put a comma here, then hot restart. So it says searching for players because that's what's on this text. Okay, right now it's empty. When we search for players, it's there. Okay, so what we can do to see it again, we can just go to our Firestore, then again delete this, copy and paste there, then open up our code, and then let's restart one more time. Let's create another game. This time let's pick 10, then let's create. Now it says searching for players, please wait. Okay, which means it's remaining on this screen. Once the players joined, it will take us out of this screen and go to the game screen. Okay, great. I hope I wasn't this very fast here, guys. If you're not clear with me here, you can just let me know. We can explain further. So we have created the method to search for players, which does both. It searches, it creates a game, or it joins a game. In the next video, we have searched for players. In the next one, we are going to join. Okay, so thank you guys, and see you in the next video.